cosine of negative half. Do you see the angles? They're not drawn in, but those rays, if there were arrows on the end of them, those little line segments here. So there's this angle right here, and then there's this angle right here. Both of those angles have cosine of negative a half because this distance right here and this distance right here, because they're going backwards, what would you say they are? They're negative a half. Both angles right there. There are two angles right there. Both of those cosines are negative a half. SOHCAHTOA tells us what ratio is cosine. Cosine is SOHCA AH, so what is, no. So cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always 1 on this unit circle. But in this case, this angle right here, we have negative a half. You could draw this triangle right here, by the way. You see this distance? I could put it here and make it the base of this triangle. That's a little better way to do it. But this angle right here, do you know what angle this is? What angle is this right here? Anybody know? What angle is, not the whole thing, what angle is this right here, from here to here?
30.
It is 30 degrees. What's the height, by the way, of this? Anybody? Nope, the height, this is 1, this is 1/2. What's this? Anybody remember? You have
Wait, what's 30?
Oh,
I'll show you. Hold on. Before we go on, this angle right here, the yellow. Do you see the yellow I just filled in right there? That.
Wouldn't it technically be like 120?
Yes, it will be 120, but I was specifically just asking about that angle right there. And then I'm saying, Jen, if I add in 90 degrees, what is it? 120. I was just pointing out that in both cases it's 30, okay? The point is, you need to also know what the height of that triangle is. What's the height of the triangle? Root 3 over 2. You need to remember that, Colt. You have to know that. If the base is 1/2, the other one's root 3 over 2. Where does that come from? 1/2 squared plus something squared is equal to 1 squared. So that's x squared is equal to 1 squared minus 1/2 squared. What is 1/2 squared? A quarter. So x squared is equal to 3/4. So what does x equal? The square root of 3 over the square root of 4. What's the square root of 4? 2. So that's where root 3 over 2 comes from. That's where it comes from. So now you need to remember, though, so yes, Jen, that first angle is how many degrees? 120 degrees. What's this one, though? What's the next one going to be? 270 minus 30. 270 minus 30. What is 270? 240. So the thing is, you need it in radians. 120 degrees in radians is what? Do you remember, anybody? 2 pi over 3. The easy way to remember that is 30 degrees is how many radians? 30 degrees is how many radians? Pi over 6. How many 30s go into 120? How many 30s go into 120? How many 30s are there in 120? 4 of them. So 4 times pi over 6 is 4 pi over 6, which is what? 2 pi over 3. What about 240? How many 30? I was like 7. I was like, okay, it's aggressive. How many 30s go into 240? 8. Thank you. Good job. 8. So we have 8 times pi over 6. What's that? 8 pi over 6, which is 4 pi over 3. So these two numbers, they are somewhere in here. There's a slight mistake here, by the way. Oh, it's 2 pi. Good. It's written in there. There's 2 pi right there, and there is 4 pi. Oh, 4 pi over 3. Where is it? Oh, erase that. Come on. Oh, and I just killed it. Over 3. It's also right here. There it is. So